Greetings, my name is Yukta Pandit and I am here to represent my topic sliding filament theory. As we all know, muscle is an organ which transforms chemical energy into movement. So, how do you say the muscle contract when we smile, bicycle or cycle or jump? So this is all because of the mechanism of muscle contraction which is explained very well in the sliding filament theory. So sliding filament theory was given by Huxley and Huxley in 1954, which states that the muscle contracts when thin actin filament is slide over thick myosin filament. So to explain this mechanism, first we need to know the basics. So the skeletal muscle tissues are formed from number of muscle bundles which are called fascicles. These fascicles are connected to each other with the connective tissue which is called fascia. So inside the muscle bundle there is a presence of muscle cell which is also called muscle fiber, and inside the muscle fiber there is a presence of myofibril or myofilament. So the plasma membrane of these are called plasma lemma and the cytoplasm of these are called sarcoplasm, and for the ER these are called sarcoplasmic reticulum. So the muscle fiber is syncytious, which is multinucleated in nature. There are two bands. The first one is light band and the second one is dark band. In light band there is a presence of I band and in the dark band there is a presence of A band. So when we talk about light I band, there is actin filament, and when we talk about dark A band, there is presence of myosin filament. The line which dissects the I band is called Z line, and the line which dissects the A line is called M line. The space between two Z line is called sarcomere. Let's talk about actin filament and myosin filament. Actin filament is made up of two chains. The first chain is made up of two F actins which are further formed from number of G actins, and the second chain is made up of two tryptomycin on which there is a presence of protein which is called tryptonin. And when we talk about myosin filament, these are formed from number of monomeric unit which are meromycin, which is also further divided into two parts. The first one is heavy and the another one is light part. When we talk about heavy part, there is a presence of head and arm. When we talk about light part, there is a presence of tail. And in the head region, there is presence of two binding sites. The first one is ATP binding site and the second one is actin filament binding site. Okay, let's get to the mechanism of muscle contraction. So the signal is released from the central nervous system and then it reaches to the motor neuron, and from motor neuron it reaches to the motor unit. So the motor unit is formed from the complete arrangement of motor neuron branch on the muscle fiber, and from the motor unit it reaches to the neuromuscular junction, or we can say motor end plate, which is formed because of junction formation between motor neuron branch and the sarcolemma. And from there the neurotransmitter are released, which is acetylcholine, which in return generates the action potential on the sarcolemma, which further when transmitted throughout the muscle fiber causes the release of calcium ion from the sarcoplasmic reticulum. From sarcoplasmic reticulum, because of release of calcium ion, it reaches to the actin filament and binds to the protein troponin, which is present on tropomycin, and causes the release of troponin, which is present on tropomycin, and causes the release of troponin and form the active site on actin filament for the binding of myosin filament. Myosin releases ATP, an inorganic phosphate, to go back to its relaxed state, to which new ATP is bind to the myosin head and the cross bridge is broken. The myosin head again hydrolyzes ATP to form a cross bridge. So this whole process, the whole rotation of myosin head and cross bridge breakdown are repeated with the different actin filaments to cause further sliding. The process repeats till the calcium ion R gets back to its sarcoplasmic reticulum. Masking of actin filament takes place. This causes Z line to return to its original shape and to its relaxed position. Repeated activation of muscle leads to the accumulation of lactic acid due to the anaerobic breakdown of glycogen causing muscle fatigue. On the basis of that, muscle is divided into two categories. The first one is anaerobic respiration and another one is aerobic respiration. When we talk about aerobic respiration, the muscles which respire aerobically are called red fibers and the muscles which respire anaerobically are called white fibers. When we talk about red fibers, these are called red fibers because of presence of myoglobin, and the anaerobic are called white fibers because the less presence of myoglobin. When we talk about aerobic respiration, there is presence of oxygen. When we talk about anaerobic respiration, there is not such amount of presence of oxygen or no presence of oxygen. When we talk about anaerobic respiration, there will be a very less amount of mitochondria. When we talk about aerobic respiration, there will be a lot of amount of mitochondria which will help in generation of ATP for further functioning. So, all muscles either showing anaerobic or aerobic respiration contract by sliding filament theory or mechanism. Thank you.